Hello, again, I think. This might be interesting. My Wi-Fi connection is terrible. Terrible. So, welcome to my hotel. Welcome to the state of Tamil Nadu in India. I'm like getting situated here. I'm really hoping the internet doesn't die. The internet has been crazy in this hotel. 1 second I have fast internet, the next second it's like dead. So that apparently is a thing. Um, yeah. So basically, for the last, oh my gosh, I think 3 weeks, 2 weeks since I spoke to you last, had a live stream, not a whole lot has changed. Basically, I have still been traveling south. Um, yeah, I think the last time I spoke, I was in Kerala, but now I'm south. I went to the southern tip of India, the very southern tip, which is called Kanyakumari. I went to the very, very edge and tried to stand on a rock that was the furthest, most southern point of India that exists, which was kind of cool. And I took a photo there, and you can find that photo on Instagram now. Yeah, so that was neat. My mission has been to find an apartment, basically rent a room, and chill out for a long time. Not a hotel, an actual room, like an apartment, and it's been unsuccessful. It's been really, really difficult. For those of you who follow my Instagram, uh, yeah, you kind of get a clearer picture, a more full story. But it's been really, really rough here in India this trip. Yeah, I guess if the foreigner stays in beautiful hotels, there's no problem. Like a 3 star and above, it's no problem. Not all 3 star, because I've been to 3 star and they still reject you. So let's just say 4 star and above, then you're fine. But if you choose hotels that are not that, then it becomes an issue sometimes. In fact, I would say about 80 or more percent of the time, it's you're rejected. They just say nope, and this is after I've had an online booking. Doesn't really matter what web. The whole hospitality thing. The India. Last night I met a person who randomly he's trying to help me find a place to live in this kind of small area. So this morning, after he is in, hopefully everything works out. Hopefully I can find a place to live that is not super expensive. Coming from a guy who hasn't had a job in like forever and income is always limited, then yeah, it's live. If this man happens to find a room for me to rent, then basically for the following months, 2 months maybe, I will stay in one location and travel lightly in the area. There's a couple places in the area that I want to see around here. Um, get caught up on YouTube, at least get closer. I know I won't get caught up, but um, a lot. Okay, so I was there and it was Christmas. We got in the vehicle, all of the Christmas lights in the area. A government bar is what he called it, but it was like a stall with metal bars in your shop. So you went there and you bought a beer and something else, and then his buddies and we all went and we had a few drinks for Christmas. It's interesting. Um, uh, I don't really want a Bible, but they were very adamant that I needed to take a Bible, so it was a small Bible. But then a guy in the back was so excited to see me, I want to check to make sure the connection is okay. Yeah, barely. I'm just enough that other than get more caught up on YouTube. That's basically my goal in life right now. I really, really, really want to become current. I really think there's a problem with YouTube, or I don't know if you can hear it. The hotel people. I go. I'm not 100% sure. My goals have been set on Pakistan for a while. I still and figure everything out. It's kind of a complex thing based on everything that I've read online. And number two, the option is Sri Lanka. I'm really close to Sri Lanka, so that's like an easy thing. I could just go over there and hang out in Sri Lanka. I'm not sure if that sounds super interesting to me right now, though. But part of me says go to Sri Lanka because I'm close, maybe hang out for a month. More information about Pakistan to figure this whole thing out, how long I can stay there, what the cost would be. I have to sneeze. Oh my god. Yeah, where is everybody? What is happening? I don't know. I literally have no contacts there, absolutely zero. Yeah, I'll kind of rely on couch surfing to meet people. I don't know. There's certain areas I've read that I'm not supposed to go to because it's dangerous, but the rest is okay, I guess. Even though I am an American, it should be okay. That's kind of the information that I've come across. So hopefully it's true. Yeah. So basically, my mission today is find a room if I next option there. So that's a possibility, but I don't really want to go there. I like the smaller towns, smaller village areas. They're super cool. So, but that's pretty much it. That's basically my mission. Nobody's been here. Nobody's here. Like zero. That's like crazy. It's never zero. Ever. Like, ever, never. Uh-oh. Getting messages. Uh-oh. Someone messaged me, so this means that there's a problem. Oh my god. Wow. All of the messages are coming through now. This is so crazy. Connections. Anybody hear me? Send me a message if you can hear my voice. This is insane. That's what it is. Give me a second. I don't know how to do this. Give me a second. This is crazy. I don't know how to. Off and on, kind of choppy. Frustrating. Frustrating. Well, I don't know what you heard. I was talking for the last 15 minutes, and now I think that no one heard a thing I said. No one even heard anything that I said. So maybe I have to say it all again. Ooh, there goes my cap, my water bottle. Kind of choppy. Anyway, let me read your comments to see if there's, I don't know, something. Ooh. Okay. Give me a second. Sabir, I'm always curious how you can afford to travel. Number one, I saved money before I left. Number two, I have a couple streams of income coming in, so that helps. And number three, I travel very cheaply. I don't know how to say it. Yeah, like a local. I travel like a local. I don't travel like a tourist. If I traveled like a tourist, I would stay in the beautiful hotels, go to the nice restaurants, travel in the wonderful taxis. I walk everywhere. I go eat at the cheap restaurants and I stay at the cheapest hotel I can find. To give you an example, check my hotel out now. So basically, this is my window in all of its beauty. There's that, and that's my bathroom, and there's my TV from 1994. So that gives you an idea. It was so amazing that they don't even provide blankets. I think this is the bed sheet, maybe? Yeah, it's a bed sheet, so that's what it looks like under. That's it. So not even a blanket. That gives you an idea. So I try to travel as cheap as possible to prolong my travels. Yeah. So I'm more interested in meeting people and talking to people and adventure than I am in staying in a nice place every day. I just don't care. That doesn't even faze me. Um, awesome. Um, welcome. Hello. Just returned from Melbourne to my native Manchester, South India. Ah, Manchester of South India. Where's that? Uh, Polachi Udi. I don't know. I'll have to look that one up later. I don't know where that is. Um, Banyan Tree Farm. TripAdvisor, huh? Okay. Visit Manchester of South. Coimbatore or Coimbatore? Awesome. Well, I'll Google it. Uh, you asked a bad question. Ever got bed bugs staying in cheap places? Things I worry about. Yeah, some things I just don't discuss because it's so terrible. Yes, almost every day of my life I see a bed bug in hotels. It's really a bad thing. Like no joke. I would say the place that I seen more than ever in my life was when I visited Bangladesh. It was just unimaginable. I could tell you stories that would make you not want to sleep at night. But that is why I sleep using that thing right there. Even when I stay at someone's house, people are like, why are you inside a tent? Ah, it's not just because of mosquitoes. It's a mosquito net, but it's really small to help prevent bed bugs from entering and biting me. So it's kind of creepy. Yeah. Yeah, well, it probably has happened to you, but you just don't know it because you're sleeping. Yeah. So, yep. I've been bitten by them multiple times. I now know what the bite looks like. Looks very similar to a mosquito, but a mosquito, your skin raises because it itches. Bed bugs, they don't. Your skin does not raise. Your skin remains flat but red and the same size as a mosquito bite. So if you ever see like a red dot on you that is not itchy and not raised, big chance it's just a bed bug. It's really terrible. Um, yeah, so I sleep inside that thing at night because these hotels look pretty not nice. So yeah, I really don't want to discuss some of the stories. It's really disturbing, very disturbing. Yeah, so I don't know which part that you guys have heard before. The whole time I was talking, basically, yeah, I don't think anybody heard me. Um, but basically, my goal today is search for a room. My goal, my mission has been to stay in a room, stay in an apartment, basically rent a room, and not a hotel. And it's been really difficult to find them because as a foreigner, everyone rejects me. So it's been a thing here. Really difficult to find a place to rent. And I've been searching in so many towns, so many cities, so many villages since I've been here, and always get rejected. I met someone last night, and he was kind enough, spoke perfect English, and he was quite frustrated with my situation that I can't find a place. And he says, "Well, tomorrow morning we'll go together and try to find a place for you." I said, "Wonderful, that'd be awesome." So maybe I will have luck this morning, maybe not. I don't know. If there's no luck for me, then I have to go to another city, another place, a couple hours from here. Um, so that's basically the situation I'm in. All I need to do is catch up. I just want to catch up. I want to get caught up on YouTube. Not caught up, but I just want to get closer to being caught up on YouTube. I have a lot of Chinese footage I need to go through, a lot of stories to share, so many stories. So that's basically my mission. Is excuse me. It's like really early. It's almost 8 o'clock. Um, sorry, which country are you in right now? I'm in India. I'm in southern India, at the very southern area of India, something like that. I don't even know the name of the city that I'm in, so I don't know, but I'm here. I visited the southernmost tip, Kanyakumari, for the locals who know what that is, Kanyakumari, the very southernmost area of all of India. And it's really, I wouldn't say cool. It was a cool town. It was interesting, but I went all the way to the very bottom. It was kind of cool. Took a photo. That's on Instagram. So if you aren't following me on Instagram, check that out. Yeah, it's something that I've wanted to do for a long time. I thought it would be pretty cool just to go to the southernmost area of all of India. It was cool. So I was there. Definitely a tourist town. Not a lot of foreigners though. Not a lot at all. I've probably seen 4 in a day and a half of walking. 4. So yeah. What did you say? How long you plan to sing in India? Um, well, I have a 10-year visa. 1 year is finished, so I have 9 more years on my visa. And every time that I'm in this country, I'm allowed to be here for 6 months. So basically, I have been here for 3 months already. So I only have 3 more months before I'm required to exit. Now, my goal is to go to Pakistan, but because I'm so close to Sri Lanka, maybe I'll just go to Sri Lanka and hang out there for a month and then go to Pakistan, if that's even possible. I've been researching this whole Pakistan thing, and I'm getting frustrated because it's been, I don't know, there's mixed information. I think some of the old information, it says that it was really complex, really complicated, but over this past summer, they have changed rules and regulations to make it easier for tourists. But some of the information, I cannot tell if it's old information or new information. It's really confusing. Even the government website is not complete, which is kind of scary. So, yeah, um, if all goes well, I will, I will visit. I will go there. Here's my awesome hotel pillow. Um, yeah, so I want to go there, but the whole visa issue might be a little weird. I don't know. Part of the website says that you can now do it online. You just pay over the internet, and they send the visa to you in the mail. Yay, that's wonderful. Except for when I don't live in the United States, because I have to fill out the forms of my home address, which will be my parents, and but and then I guess I'll have to. Re- my mother will receive it, then I'll have to have her mail it to me. But I've had problems with Indian mail, 3 different problems, 3 different times, and it's been frustrating with Indian mail. Everything gets lost or stolen. So, but if that's my only option, that's my only option. So hopefully I can get this visa. The other issue is the drone. I have a drone, but some countries reject drones. I've been reading on last night, even Sri Lanka, they have a ban on drones, an actual ban. You are not legally allowed to fly a drone right now because of the terrorist attacks that happened earlier this year. So, but I've been reading on the internet about drones. Everything was fine in the country for drones as long as you paid money. So basically, this is getting insane around the world, not just Sri Lanka, everywhere around the world. Um, you can bring a drone, it's okay. Um, but as long as you pay a lot of money for a license, then you can fly. A lot of money, what was it in Sri Lanka? For for one flight, you can pay 2 options. Pay for one flight where you go up and then come down and then your license is finished. Or option B, it will last for, I don't know, I think it's like 3 months, something like that. But a single flight, you'd have to go on the internet to look specifics, but it was insane. It was like $100 or something like that, or $85 just to fly up and then down. And that's flight time is like 18 minutes. Yeah, to fly up and down is $100 for a license or something insane like that. If you want to buy um, a license for whatever it was, 3 months or 1 month, I don't know what it is, 3 months, let's say. It was something like 20 or 30,000 rupees. So yeah, basically a couple $100. Let's say $300, and then you can fly your drone. Like what? This is just insane. So not only do you have a drone, but then you have to pay ridiculous amounts of money just to fly, just for me to add footage to YouTube to show you guys. I have to pay huge money just for you to see it from the sky, and it's just so wrong. It's just, yeah, it's government's cheating people. There's no damage that anyone is causing. I mean, the worst thing that can happen is they lose their own drone, it falls in the water, they crash it, or yes, they could harm another person. But if that, my guess is that doesn't happen very often, and if it does, then that person would be liable to pay for the injury of that person. Great. Oh, and then some countries require drone insurance as well, and so it makes it impossible for us to fly and get footage because it's unbelievably expensive. Like even in Western countries, we would consider this as expensive, and so these prices are ludicrous. I was just looking at Vietnam as well. Same thing. It's like $300 to get a license. $300 for a license for 3 months, something like that. That's what it was last night when I was reading. I was reading a lot of countries, so I might get them mixed up. So it's really frustrating. I really just want to fly. The only place where it was okay was China so far. Like, go to China because that's where the drone is made. It's DJI, the world famous DJI company, and it's made in China. And it would be really contradictory for them to make the drone in the country but not allow anyone to fly it because it's expensive. And so they want to make it open and happy and wonderful so you can fly anywhere. You can go to a city and fly without a problem. It's really weird. Um, yeah, police will come and like come nearby. Security officers will come up to you when you're flying just to say, "Wow, cool!" Like they're not angry at all. They're just like, "Hey, that's cool." But if I were to fly a drone here in this country, oh my gosh, police will come and I will be arrested. There's been so many foreigners you can read on the internet where they have been taken to prison, taken to jail because they have flown a drone. It's just insane. All we want to do is get cool footage, but they some countries believe it's a cool toy and it's fun. Some countries believe it's an act of terrorism. And this India is a country where they believe that. And many countries are going into that mindset. It's really disheartening, really frustrating. So, yeah. Hi, host and everyone. Hello, hello. Uh, yeah, the charging to use the air. Pretty much Pakistan. So let's talk about Pakistan and drones. When you go online and look at the drone laws in Pakistan, there's almost no laws. Basically, they say drones are cool. You can fly them. It's great. Um, just follow the basic rules. Don't fly above crowds. Don't go next to buildings. Don't like hurt people. Like basic stuff. Don't go near airports or military bases. Totally basic. Um, but then, when you read online, people have gone there, and then police have surrounded them and put them in jail. Even though there's no laws against it, even though there's no laws saying that you can't, all of the laws that are issued by the the um, the aviation association say no, it's okay, it's okay. But local police will say nope, you're arrested, pay penalties. So it's just like no one can follow one rule, one law. It's really frustrating. So yeah, I will probably still go. And some people have had it confiscated when they've crossed the border. Whether you fly in or go across the border, they see it and say, "Oh no, no, you must be a spy, American spy," or whatever they want to label you as. So it's really frustrating. It's just frustrating, frustrating, frustrating to drone pilots. Um, and let's say I go to these countries that don't allow you to fly them, but you still need to carry it with you because what am I going to do? Put it in a locker? Put it inside a locker in this country and then go to another country and then come back? Like, no, I'll just carry it with me. Um, but some countries, they confiscate it and then you get it back after you leave. In some of the crazy stories I've heard where um, where they take your drone, you're not allowed to have it in the country, you go back to the airport, you leave the airport, as you're leaving you request your drone back and they will give it to you after you pay 90% of the value of the drone. No joke. So if this drone is $1,000, that means I am required by their law, I guess, to give them $900 to get my drone back. And then I can get it back and leave, even though I didn't even get a chance to fly it. It was just sitting in a locker. So, yep. That was some places in Central America or South America. That's what I've heard. It's just crazy. It's just frustrating. It's just so much cheating at the borders. It's crazy. So I don't know. I kind of like to cross the borders, the land borders, because they're less foreigners, less people, um, less organization. So therefore, um, I don't know. You can get in and out easier, I guess. But then, if you go to through an airport, they're more sophisticated. They look at everything. They ask you more questions, and they can cheat you. And there's nothing you can do. They can do that at both, but it's just I don't know. It's just really frustrating to cross the border. It really, really is. There's so much cheating, and there's nothing you can do. You can't argue. You can't tell them no. Like you just have to accept it, whatever they say or do. It's really frustrating. The downsides of traveling. Yep. But anyway, part of me says just go to China in a village and hang out and get drone footage for a long time, just for fun. Um, yeah, but China's a little bit expensive. If I stay in the east, I would try to go in through like Nepal or something. Go in that way. But Nepal has drone laws as well. You have to pay a lot of money just to fly a drone in Nepal. So crazy. This drone is becoming a burden. It's becoming a burden, and there's a lot of people who fly without. Um, I've seen a lot of people in India fly. They just get out and go. But the problem is if you get caught, it's like big problems. Not just pay a small penalty, $5 or $10 penalty. It's like hundreds of dollars plus jail time. Um, yeah, so that's a thing. Um, yeah, even when I was in Vietnam, people flew drones in Vietnam, and there's no way everyone was registered and paid the fee. There's just no way. It's impossible. No one would pay these prices. Um, but yeah, if you get caught, it's like big problems. The frustration that comes along with traveling with a drone. But it's cool. The footage is awesome, and you're going to see a lot of drone footage in the coming weeks when I post about China. There's a lot of cool shots that I have, like a lot, a lot. I think right now I have 49 or 50 different shots on my phone that I have saved, and many of them will be uploaded when the time is right through that video. So yeah, it's kind of exciting. And that's just the cool shots. There's the other shots that's not included into the 50 shots. There's hundreds and hundreds of other flights and footage. So I'm excited to share this with you. But I just really want to get more footage in India. Get any footage in India. It's crazy. They even have notification systems. When I was in Goa, I was reading online in Goa, India, that even if you turn on your drone, it connects to the servers, it notifies the local police, they now have your GPS location, and they will come to you immediately, just by turning it on. So, yeah, I'm terrified just to turn it on here. It's so crazy. I'm currently in India. I'm currently in southern India, the southernmost area of India. Yeah. So yeah, oh my gosh. I don't even know what else to say, really. I said a lot earlier, then I think we kind of got disconnected. So, yeah, if anybody has any questions or comments, please share because I don't even know what to say anymore. And not very many people are on this today. Just a couple of you. I don't know why. I think if my connection is bad, maybe YouTube doesn't promote it to people and tell people that I'm here. That must be because the same thing happened last time when my connection was bad. It was pretty rough. But when I have a good connection, I have a large audience. So I don't know. This is weird. I think it has to do with my connection. Hopefully, I will find a place to rent, have a better connection, and then I'll be able to do live streams. I'll be able to plan ahead and notify people in advance, and hopefully have a better connection. The weather is really hot, actually. Uh, yeah, hot. in Celsius, I don't know, maybe, I don't know. Um, maybe close to 30, 32 Celsius, something like that every day. Um, yeah, like 90 degrees, 95 degrees Fahrenheit, something like that. 40, something like that. Yeah, it's really hot during the day, like really, really hot. Uh, and I'm in an area where there's no like lakes or rivers, so there's really no swimming. So that's frustrating because I enjoy going swimming, but I guess not here. Um, yeah. Yeah. What else? Um, question: if those of you who are listening right now, all four of you, um, if I went to a country that I have been to already, which country should I visit? Do you have a preference? Like, if you said, I want you to return to this country and travel, which country would you want me to return to? I'm curious. My gosh, this internet is crazy. I don't know if you heard my question. Um, if I could return to any country that I have been to already, which country would you want me to return to? I'm very curious. Lodging. What was your prices to eat? What's it like? Prices to eat and lodging. Um, it kind of varies if I'm going to a cheap restaurant or regular hotel. Okay, so let's just assume regular, not cheap, not super expensive. If I go to a hotel and stay at a hotel, I would say average price in this area seems to be about 15 or $18. 15 or 18 seems about right. $15, let's say, U.S. dollars. Obviously, I try to stay in cheaper than that. I think I have this room right now for $8. Yeah, about $8, something like that, give or take a couple. So it's not the most beautiful thing, but whatever. Food. The restaurant is connected to this building next door. I've ate there basically every day, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Breakfast costs rupees, 44 rupees. So maybe 60 cents. Yeah, 60 cents, um, which is quite cheap actually. That's not normal. Um, Lunch and dinner cost anywhere between, it depends if you buy a drink or not, which I do. So about 150 rupees, so like $2.50, something like that. Two, yeah, $2.50. Um, but can I get it for cheaper than that? Absolutely. I just try to go to the little nicer restaurants to make sure that they're clean. I am in Tamil Nadu now, yes. Where? I don't know the name, but the very southern area, the very southern parts of the whole state, very far south, but I don't remember the name. Yeah. And generally, if I know the name, I don't post it on Instagram, um, because I've learned that if I post, then sometimes people in the area want to meet me, which is fun. But now I'm not in a meeting mood. I don't I don't want to do meetups right now with people. Unfortunately, I just need to chillax, relax, chill out. That's just I need. Yeah. It, mm, I have mentioned to people, oftentimes I've learned here that people ask me, oh, well, how do you earn money? This is when I'm in a local area. How do you earn money to keep traveling? And, and now I don't say anything about YouTube, because if I do, then within minutes people get out their phone and call their friends, and their friends come, and then everyone wants to talk and meet, and then they'll ask all of the same questions over and over and over that this person just asked me, and then they will call their friends, and then their friends will come, and then when they show up they will start asking me all of the same questions that these other two people just asked me, and it just becomes this vicious cycle of people asking me the same questions and more people coming, and I just stand there and answer 1,000 questions that I just answered already for like an hour and a half. So this has become a thing. So now I don't even talk about YouTube right now because it just gets weird. So I don't. Um, so anyway, that's the same reason that I don't post on Instagram the exact city that I am in, because some people might see it and then it becomes a thing. I just don't feel like meeting up with people right at the moment. I just want to and focus on this. All I do is edit and then find an apartment, edit and find an apartment. That's basically my only two missions. Yesterday I edited 2 videos. That's like unbelievable. They were small videos, but there will be videos on YouTube in the next couple days. So I think tomorrow I'm going to release my second video in China. It's my first day of exploring. And basically I just kind of walked around the area with the local friend and basically just walked around the park. The parks are interesting. The parks are very, very clean. You will see soon. My ideas about China, I guess I didn't have many ideas about China before I went to China. I just kind of went and it is what it is. But I guess after arriving, I guess I did have a couple ideas. And one was that it wouldn't be as clean. Totally was. Super clean. Obviously, if you go to the villages and things, it was a little bit different. But generally in the city, I was shocked how clean and organized it was. Yeah, China was pretty cool in that respect. It was much more expensive than India, but yeah, it was cool. So I walked around. So you'll get to see what it looks like. I think tomorrow morning. Tomorrow I will release it. You'll be able to see what it looks like to walk around with my friend. Enjoying your travel. I enjoyed your travel in Vietnam and Bangladesh. Best. Such interesting people. Yeah, people were cool. Yeah, I want to go back. Part of me wants to go back to both countries. I really want to explore the southernmost area of Vietnam. I was in the south for 1 year, but like the south, like the very southern tip of Vietnam. It looks really interesting. It looks like a place where foreigners don't go. So the culture, I say that, but everywhere I go, foreigners don't go. It's really rare that I see foreigners because I just stay away from tourist areas. But cool. I'm glad you've enjoyed them. Banu, fool. Uh, Maybe that's fruit in Hindi. I don't know. Hi, where are you? I'm in southern India, Tamil Nadu, the very southern area of Tamil Nadu. Uh, give a try to ghost town down. Give a try to ghost town down south called Danya Danyaskodi. Danyaskodi? Okay. I don't know. I'll have to look that one up later. After I find a place, an apartment, then yes, I can look at things like that. Um, yeah. Just watched the video. Just watched the video where you arrived in China. China, where was that? When was that? Yeah, you don't want to know because it'll expose how far I am behind in my editing. I am. How many months? I don't know. That was in May. I think early May. April? May. Yeah, early May. That's the month when I entered China. Yeah, early May. Banyan Tree Farm stay. Have you been to Sri Lanka? No, I'm very close to Sri Lanka. I'm within a few hours of entering, especially by flight. I could fly to Sri Lanka in a couple hours. I think 1 hour, 2 hours. So I'm very close. So it's probably someplace that I will go very soon in the coming months. Maybe before I go to Pakistan because I'm so close. Top slip. Yeah, many places. I don't know where these places are, but I guess I'll have to look at them yesterday. Let me take a screenshot of some of these things. Some of these places. Where was the other one? Ah, here. Screenshot. Cool. later when I have a better connection. Um, we'll follow your Instagram, mate. Yeah, you'll be able to see where I'm at least a closer idea of where I'm at on my Instagram. Um, but I never post my exact location, like never. Um, will your e- will email you now, mate, by forwarding? Yeah, email. Don't bother with email. The best way to send me any direct message is through Instagram. That is better than Facebook. I have a Chinese phone, and my Chinese phone blocks Google. Anything related to Google, including YouTube, it blocks. So I had to go on the internet and do like a hacking thing and download a package from some deep, crazy website from a year ago, outdated, and install this package into my phone. And when I did that, it kind of bypasses this um, blocking mechanism in my phone, and now I have access to Google. But some functionalities within Google, whether it be YouTube, whether it be Google, whether it be Facebook, whether it be Instagram, it just doesn't work properly. So all of the messages that people send to me within these apps, I don't know that I get them unless I open the app and then my notifications work. It's so weird. In addition, Facebook messages don't work very well for me in this phone. I have to refresh 100 times before finally the message will come through. It's really weird. But Instagram is the one app that works perfectly, 99% of the time. So yeah, if you need to send me a message, um, definitely there. Even emails through Google don't work all that great. So yeah, the joys of having a Chinese phone by Huawei. It's a fast phone. It's really powerful, but it's not good with Google. Um, I am new. Just watched your Surat video. Cool, Surat. Yeah, part of me wants to go back to Gujarat. I really liked Gujarat. It was kind of like this. I don't know. Gujarat and Rajasthan. I really liked those areas. It's really neat. Cool. Noted. Rest well. Drink a lot of water. All touring information will be on Insta. You got it. Good man. A VPN doesn't work. No, it's not about a VPN. I use a VPN on my phone because I don't like um, data being stolen and stuff like that. So, um, yeah, I use VPNs a lot. In fact, some applications like um, I don't know, it's hit and miss. When I put my SIM card into my phone, my SIM card into my phone, um, nothing would work. It shows that I have internet. I couldn't browse the internet. I couldn't do anything on the internet. Nothing would work for the internet when I put my Indian SIM card in. Nothing showed that I had it. But as soon as I turned on my VPN and made a connection to the United States, bing, all of these messages came through like it was crazy. So yeah, I need to bypass this phone system inside the phone. It's designed to block Google and American applications. It was designed for that, and I didn't know this until after I bought it. Or after my friend bought it for me, I should say. I didn't buy it, it was a gift. But, so it still works, it's just really difficult. This phone is difficult. It's not an Android. It's like you have iPhone, you have Android, and then Huawei is like this thing in between. It's a mixture. I would say it's like 90% Android and like 10% something weird. And that 10% really messes with me. It's really difficult. Um, where are you now? Oh my god. Everyone asks this question. I am in southern India, Tamil Nadu. Tamil Nadu is a big state, but I am in somewhere in the south. I don't know the name of the city, the town, the village, wherever I'm at, but I am far south somewhere. Yep. So nobody answered my question earlier. I might turn this into that's what I'll do this afternoon, an Instagram poll, a question. If I could return and make videos in any country that I have been to before, which country would you want me to return to? Can you answer that question? When I was in China airport, they installed some app with Wi-Fi. The setting changed. Yeah, yeah. VPNs are generally blocked even in China. Um, Yeah, it was difficult for VPNs to work, but once you made a connection with a VPN, everything was fine. But still, it's just the phone issue. Still, things don't work um, because of the phone. The actual phone is designed to block things um, from outside China. It's just a really weird thing. Have you been to Goa? Yeah, I was in Goa for 2 weeks. I visited my friend from Russia. My friend from Russia went to Goa and we met each other there and hung out for 2 weeks. Um, but I have not been to Russia. Not yet. I don't have a big interest to go to Russia yet. I like Asia so much. I like visiting Asia, touring Asia. The culture is so weird and so different to me, and I like it. So I'm chilling out here. But in the future, yeah, if I visited European countries or countries in that neighborhood, Russia, yeah, why not? Um, cool. I'll watch more of your videos now. I'd only seen one. Oh, only one. Oh my gosh. I think I have like 200 on, is it 200? 180? Almost 200. Um, you keep retracting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You've retracted 8, 9 messages. Why? You post it, you take it away. You post it, take it away. Maybe it's the application problem. I have no idea. Just from the channel. What was the first video that you seen? Which video did you find first? And nobody has answered that question that I asked. Boo. Yeah, I'll turn it into an Instagram post. Oh, you don't like to keep your history. Okay, yeah, me neither. But what can I do? Surat. Ah, yeah, you said that already. Surat. So where are you from? Are you from India or are you from Russia? Or neither? Maybe there's like a delay. I'm sure there is. Oh my gosh, there's many of you listening. Post something, interact, tell me a story, ask me a question, anything. I have lived in many places. I grew up in India. Ah, okay. Hmm. India. India. Yeah, there's still some places that I haven't visited. I like the north. I do like North India. Um, it's just less organized, more chaotic. I'm from the United States, so part of me wants to go back to the north. Um, I like the south. It's cool, but I don't know. I like the north. Maybe I will like the south more if I can just stay in one location and chill out. Here in Ohio, Ohio of all places. Okay, interesting. Ohio. I've been to Ohio many times. Um, Interesting. So, are you vegetarian or vegan? Neither, actually. Um, I am an omnivore. Do you know that word? I don't know. It depends on where you're from. Omnivore. I eat meat and plants. Omnivore. Is there a better word for that? I'm not vegetarian or vegan. But generally, in India, when I was in North, I have to sneeze again. When I was in North India, I would eat meat maybe once in a month. Once in a month. They would always be, I would eat vegetarian meals and then meat once in a month. Not intentional, it was just every place that I went didn't really serve meat, so whatever. But growing up as a child, I swear I ate meat 7 days per week, once or 3 times per day. It's just what we did, but that was our family. But no, I don't eat a lot of meat. I have not visited Pondicherry yet. I don't have any plans really, because my plans are hang out in the south, rent a place, eventually go to Sri Lanka and then Pakistan. So I'll just kind of miss that whole coast. Possibly, I don't know. Maybe things will change. Things never go according to plan. How long have you been traveling? 3.5 years. I left in June of 2016. So 3.5 years. About. Oh my God. I'm gonna sneeze again. 3.5 years. Looks like I broke out of prison. This is my prison shirt. I wear this to scare people. I should have bought orange and black. That's what orange and white, orange and black, orange and black. Um, cool. Well, South has places to check out. Menard, yeah, Hampi. Hampi, yeah, Hampi is close to Goa. I almost went to Hampi. Um, what was interesting is I was looking at Google Maps. I usually travel to new places by searching around Google Maps. And so I was in Goa and I'm looking around the area. I'm like, oh, from the aerial view on Google Maps, this looks pretty cool. It has like rivers and lakes, bodies of water. It looks like a cool place that I want to go. And then I like zoom in and look at the name Hampi. I'm like, oh, this sounds familiar. Hampi. Someone told me about this. And I Google it. Oh, it's a huge, I wouldn't say huge, but it's a tourist area, tourist attraction, Hampi. It's like labeled by foreigners as the hippie town, Hampi. And so I'm like, nope, I didn't go because I just assumed all I would see was foreigners there. So I just ignored it and went somewhere else. Um, what does your family think about your traveling? It's a town of 16th. It's a town of 16th century still intact. Oh, that other place. Um, what does your family think about your traveling? I don't know. I've never really asked them. But initially, when I told them that I was going to travel, um, uh, I think my father was more concerned about my future. Like, so you're going to spend money and not make money? Like, how is this going to work out in the future? I think that was his initial thought. That was my feeling anyway, maybe not. And number two, my mother, I would say, was just more fearful. Like, oh my God, you're going to go out of the United States? That's terrifying. Why? Oh, it's so dangerous. Something like that. So I think she was concerned about my safety. But now, I don't think any of them have any feelings about it. Like, I don't think she is fearful as much because she has watched so many of my videos and seen what it's like outside of the country. So, um, yeah, but intentionally there are things that I don't share with her because she might be terrified of that. And many foreigners, I guess, would be a bit nervous in certain situations. Yeah, things are weird, but generally no. I feel super safe 99% of the time in my travels. Um, how old are you? I am 32 now. 32. I saw a video of yours which showed that you were in Phoenix. Do you still have the roots in Phoenix? Do you live here? I lived there for 5 years, that area for 5 years. So you've probably seen the video about me traveling to Tucson, because I didn't make any Phoenix videos. I made two videos. One, traveling to Tucson with a friend, and number two, my goodbye video, saying goodbye to everyone. So that was a long video. Yeah. By the way, that long video was 27 minutes long, I think, and that had more than 50 hours of editing and filming combined to make that. 50. That was insane. Never again. That took way too much time. Way too much time. But it's cool. I can look back at it, I guess. Have you been able to access temples of Tamil Nadu? I don't try. I'm not interested in temples at all. I've seen so many temples in my life. I'm done with temples, and this is in multiple countries. It's just one temple. It's just like another temple, just like another temple. They're all different with different designs, but the general concept is beautiful artwork around a religion, and that's what they all are to me. So I've become very bored of temples. In the beginning, it's like, oh wow, but now I've seen 5 million of them, and I'm done. I travel for people and conversation and culture, not so much the buildings. I'm not a normal tourist. So just like when I was here in this area, there is apparently a famous a palace, and everyone says, oh my God, go to the palace, you gotta see the palace, go inside the palace, look at the palace. And so I walked past the palace and I could see it. I'm like, yep, it's a palace. And then I just kept walking. And then when the people seen me again, they're like, oh my God, did you go into the palace? I'm like, no, I walked past it. They're like, you walked past it? I'm like, yeah, I didn't go in. They're like, why didn't you go in? Like, because they're so boring. Like, it's a palace. I don't know. So buildings don't really excite me. People excite me. Talking to people, having conversations excite me. Going to Cambodia and Vietnam, watched all of your videos on those two countries. Oh my gosh, that's a lot of videos. I'm impressed. Ho Chi Minh City and Hanoi, Siem Reap, Phnom Penh. Any advice not in the videos? Ooh, good question. Um, no, you I usually don't hold anything back in my videos. So if you watched all of them and you watched all of them and you listened to all of them intently, um, then yeah, you're prepared. The biggest thing that I think you will find is in Cambodia. In Cambodia, you said. Not so much in Vietnam, but in Cambodia, cheating. It's just that was a constant thing in Cambodia, and you will experience it. In every Asian, out of all the Asian countries that I've been to, Cambodia was the most expensive, not by a little, by a massive amount, by like triple compared to the other cities, other countries, triple, because no one would give you a fair price. You'd want to buy a bottle of water, okay, you have to pay this price. Locals pay this price, but you have to pay this price. But why? I mean, it's the same bottle of water. Just because my skin is not your color, or just because I am not from your country, you have to cheat me. So that was a big thing in Cambodia. But when you go to Vietnam, no one's going to cheat you like that. The only places people will cheat you is the tourist area, both in Cambodia and in Vietnam. But the second you get out of the tourist area of Vietnam, which is like 1 kilometer in any direction of the tourist area, it's nobody's going to cheat you. People are honest, people are friendly, people are good. Very rare someone will cheat you. But in Cambodia, I couldn't get away from cheaters. I went to villages, I went to cities, I went to non-touristic areas. I mean, it was just everywhere that I went, everyone always tried to cheat me. So it was really frustrating. So if I went back to Cambodia, I would go to the northeast, because talking to people and researching online, that seems to be the area where very few tourists go in the whole country. So if I visited there, I would go there again and maybe rejudge Cambodia, because unfortunately Cambodia turned into be one of my least favorite countries, because I travel for people, I travel for culture. And when almost every person that you talk to and interact with tries to cheat you, yeah, you get a bad taste in your mouth. It tells me that the people there aren't good. That's the feeling that I got about Cambodia. But what's weird is after posting so many videos in Cambodia and going semi-viral on a couple videos in Cambodia, the comments that I have received have been more kind and friendly and welcoming than almost any other country on almost any other video of mine. It's really weird. So visiting Cambodia wasn't really a wonderful experience for me. But then the comments from people are so kind and welcoming and friendly, like awesome comments from people. I mean, even today, people from Cambodia watch my videos. There might even be people on here watching me right now from Cambodia. And they're like, what? You don't like Cambodia? But yeah, but literally, after leaving Cambodia, I said, I never want to return. But then after I posted the videos and everybody started to comment on the videos from Cambodia, their kindness makes me want to return to Cambodia. Really. So the comments have partially changed my mind. But yeah, my experience there wasn't all that great. I had a couple cool moments, I had a couple cool videos, yes, but man, the majority was not cool. So I don't know what else to say. If you have more specific questions, you can ask those and I'll try to answer them, but I don't know. Funniest episode of yours was in Vietnam when you ate the dragon dust powder. Yeah, that was kind of funny, right? A little weird. For those of you who did not watch the video, basically they 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 had baby dragons, like real ones, for sale. They just kill these little baby dragons and hang them and dry them in the sun, and literally it's like it's like a lizard with wings. The small little lizards with wings. It was like a Jesus lizard, but those have a thing around their neck, not wings. But they actually had wings. They could fly. It's a lizard, so I called them a dragon. And so I had to ask a couple different people, man, what do you do with these things? Like, you're selling them just for decoration? You just hang them on your wall? What do you do with these things? And he had to translate. Turns out that for children who are, what was it, blind? I can't remember. What problem did they have? They were blind or deaf or something. They take these things, put them in like a blender, and like grind these baby dragons into a powder, mix them with water, and give them to children because it will help them with their eyesight or their some one of their senses. Yeah, so they give these little baby dragon powder to blind children or something like that. Really weird. I forget what it was. Do you remember? I don't know. Yeah, that was interesting. It was a fun day. Um, Same in India. The key is don't ask people who may sell you stuff. Yeah, ask people who are your fellow passerbys. Yes, that's what I always do. If I want to buy something, I will ask the people around me, not just one person, multiple people who have a direct answer and know the price. Then once I have the price and know the local price, then I will go to buy that item. And I will not buy it unless I get the local price. So that's just how it was. But unfortunately in Cambodia, they refused. They just literally wouldn't sell me a bottle of water unless I paid a tourist price in a village. They would not sell me a coconut unless I paid the foreigner price. Period. I would say, no, 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 local price is this. Nope, sorry. They'll just look at me. And I've walked away. I've walked away from several of them, and they didn't care. Didn't care. It's either you pay a foreign price or you don't get the item. That's how it was. And that was so many places, not just one or two. I mean, it was just consistent like that. So it was really frustrating for me. But yes, there's cheaters in India. Oh, believe me, there's a lot. But nothing like Cambodia. I mean, not even close. Same Bangladesh. Cambodia and Bangladesh were very similar in their cheating. Yeah, very similar, unfortunately. Um, the the percentage of cheaters and non-cheaters who are business people. And it's important to say that you must categorize people in two categories, either business people or non-business people. The non-business people in Cambodia were nice. Non-business people in India, in Bangladesh are nice. They're wonderful people. But talking about business people, the percentage of cheating was so high in Bangladesh and Cambodia, and yes, high in northern India. Another thing for those of you who are local Indian people, I don't know if you know, but from my perspective, traveling in northern India, it was much higher cheating. Traveling here in South India, I've only experienced one person who tried to cheat me, and that includes of all the restaurants, all of the food and water, all of the hotels, and all of the transportation that I have went on. In South India, so far, one person has cheated me. In the north, I mean, it was just multiple per day. So that gives you an idea. Wow, totally different in the north of India than the south. South is so honest. It's really cool. Um, but again, this is just business people that I'm referring to, not just general people. Um, Mr. Toe, hi, hello. Yeah. So speaking of the dragon video, was that you who commented? Who commented on the dragon video? I don't know. It's deleted already. Yeah, maybe this is you. But oh, the funniest. Yeah, yeah. So speaking of the dragon video, the man from the dragon video is actually on this call as well. That's cool. Um, yeah, yeah. Any plan for Adman Islands? No, that's part of India as well, I think. No, no plans. I don't even know where it's at, but no plans. Um, Not right now. I just My plan is to relax and edit. That's my plan. I just need to edit. I need to get caught up. I will be so happy the day that comes when I can wake up, go out and shoot a video today, and then tonight or tomorrow edit that video. Like, that is a dream of mine because right now I'm editing videos from May, the month of May, and it's really frustrating. Well, India has different prices for tourist tickets than Indian tickets too. Yes, I think that, for example, if I want to go visit the Taj Mahal, I refuse. I will look at it from the outside and say, yep, I see it, and then walk away. I won't go inside because it's so wrong to say, white people pay a high price, non-white people pay a different price. How that's even allowed is unreal to me. It's just so terrible. And people would argue and say, oh, it's not about white, it's not about white, it's not about racism. But it is, because racism is all about uh, the country that you're from. I don't like Mexican people, okay? That means that I'm racist. That's false. But um, I'm not talking about their skin. I'm not saying that I'm white and they are brown. I'm saying that they are from Mexico and I don't like Mexican people. I don't like Indian people, right? That means that I'm racist. It's not about their skin. It's about where they're from. So for people to come to India and have a different price tag, a government official price tag, is wrong. And to me, it is racist, because you are saying, ah, you're from India, we like you. You're not from India, we don't like you. End of story. So foreigners have to pay a higher price. Not cool. I don't like it. Um, I just compare it to, if you, as an Indian, or wherever you're from, come to the United States, we would not say, ah, you're not American, you need to pay more for that food. You're not American, you need to pay more for that taxi. You're not American, you need to pay more to go inside that park, because you're not American. Now, let me ask you, how would that make you feel if you traveled to the United States, uh, and when you went back home to your home country, you'd say, yeah, I don't really like the United States. This is what they did. They don't like tourists. So that's the feeling that us foreigners get when we travel to many of these countries. They're like, ah, so we're foreigners, so we have to pay more. When the reality is when we walk inside, it's the same thing. We are a human being with feet walking inside this place, and you are a human being with feet walking inside that place. The two actions are the same, so therefore the price should be the same. You're making an artificial price. Like if you'd say, for example, I've heard some airlines, I want to say it's Korea, I don't know. I've heard airlines in the past where you pay for your plane ticket based on weight. If you weigh more than me, the plane ticket is higher, because yeah, it costs more money to fly you there than it costs me. You weigh more. Your body is fatter, right? You weigh more, so therefore you have to pay more money. It takes more fuel to carry you to that destination. Totally, this is completely logical to me. Either everybody pays the same price and it is what it is, or option B, yeah, you charge based on product or service. It costs more money to carry that larger person to that country, so therefore that larger person must pay more money. That larger person ate more food, so he should pay more money. Makes more sense. But to walk into a park and pay more, but both product and service have been the same, why? Doesn't make any sense. There's no logic behind it other than cheating, in my opinion. And the government can do it. And this can happen in the United States in terms of universities and colleges. Like, for example, if I go to university in my hometown, I pay, wants to go to that same university, they have to pay a higher price. Or someone from out of the country goes to that university, they have to pay a higher price. I think that is so wrong and terrible, but that's the only situation that I know of that it happens in the United States. It's just not cool. But everything else, to go into a park, I mean, come on, it's just basic stuff. It doesn't cost any different for me to walk inside than it does for that person. Um, yeah, yeah. Well, India has different prices for tourist tickets and India tickets too. Yeah. Um, I think the thought was tourists don't pay taxes. Right. Okay. So if you want to dive into the whole tax thing, go on Google and type in how much. What is the percentage? If you're talking about India, what is the percentage of people who pay taxes in India? Just Google it. You're gonna be shocked. Um, yeah. So you can, and okay, how many people pay taxes in their own country within India? Almost nobody. So therefore, that logic just crumbles and falls into pieces in 2 seconds anyway. So it's frustrating. Anyway, it's not consumer-based pricing. You know, check out Andaman South on your way. Yeah, yeah, maybe. It just doesn't sound interesting to me right now, because the only thing that's interesting is finding a room to rent. That is the only thing that's interesting to me. But maybe in the future, yes. Um, anyways, I can donate to you besides Patreon. Patreon is pretty much the only thing that I have set up right now. Someone else to take a cut. You're very kind. Um, yeah, Patreon is pretty much the only way I have set up right now, unless you like did a direct deposit into my um, PayPal account, but I've never did that. I'd have to like, I don't know. You could send me a message on Instagram if you have Instagram, and I could give you more details. But so awkward. I feel, someone had to convince me to set up a Patreon. I feel so awkward and guilty to set up a Patreon, asking people for money. I generally don't ask people for money, but so many people have said, please set up a Patreon. And I even made a post to ask people, should I set up a Patreon? Because it feels weird to me. It feels weird to say, please give me money. But I've received a lot of messages from people in the past, some present Patreons, some people in the past, and they're happy. They're like, yeah, I enjoy helping you travel. And I feel really, really appreciative of those people, those who are on Patreon and other people who have donated to me in the past. It's really fortunate. I feel very fortunate. Makes sense. What about all these messages get deleted? I don't even read them quick enough. I don't know what you said. Yeah. Anyways. Anyway. Yeah, so you can always send me a message directly through whatever I said. Instagram. And oh, I just said that you were right. Oh. Yeah. Maybe the cheating thing, I don't know. Anyway, I have to go very soon because the man that I'm supposed to meet someone at like 9 o'clock, I think. Yeah, it's 8:51. Oh my god. Basically, the man that I have to meet, who's going to help me. What do I want to say? I want to say two things. I was going to say number one, my English has been, it's like declining. English is basically the only language that I me still. But because I've traveled so much and spoke to so many people who don't speak English or know a little English or English as a second language, I always speak to people with basic English, like child English. It's just, and then many times I intentionally change my grammar from correct grammar to incorrect grammar, specifically past and present tense. Like I'll say, I go now instead of I will go, or I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go. That's what we would normally say in the United States. I'm gonna go. Right? I'm gonna go, or I will go now is the correct way. But many people, I will go now. What? Or I'm gonna go. What? So if I say I go now, people say, okay. So I have to like decrease my English. So I did this for so. Anyway, for those of you who ever want to send me a message, you can always send a message to answering all my questions. Brock, have a great day. Thank you. You as well. I try to have a live stream every 2 weeks. That's kind of my mission. Every 2 weeks. That's my mission in life, and hang out. They're fun. I enjoy answering questions. An advanced warning saying, hey, I'm having a live stream because this one was just kind of like surprise. I just need more of a routine, a place with better internet because, I don't know. Anyway, I'm mumbling. Anyway, thank you all for watching. Hope you all have a great day. I don't know how to end these videos. I never do. Up here. Anyway, hope you have a good day. Take care. See you in the next one. Adios.